Hi there! Welcome to my build for the Vampire from Durafly. And you might or you might not know that in the past I illustrated my builds with just pictures and text, and now I'll be trying out this new format, a movie build. Alright, so let's get cracking then. First thing I always do is check my electronics, if the servos and ESCs and motor work, prior to installing them into plane, and then finding out that a servo is not working. Alright, so as you can see, I've got a receiver, a Futaba receiver over here. I've got 3 servos, 2 ailerons and an elevator. I've got a 60 amp ESC, the EDF motor setup. I've got a LiPo, not a LiPo I'll be using on flight, and a transmitter. Alright, so I'll switch on my transmitter. I'll hook up the ESC to the LiPo. Alright, I got a connection. Alright, so these are the 3 servos, and I'll be using Turnigy TGI 113 MGs all round, 3 identical servos. And alright, these are the ailerons, they seem to work just fine. Elevator works just fine, and let's test the EDF. Alright, that works as well. As you can see, I've already installed the template fan unit, and well, the pitch is remarkably lower than with the 5 blade. I didn't know that before, but alright, it works. Not a lot of vibration, feels very smooth, so I'm happy with that. Alright, I'll disconnect my battery, transmitter off. Alright, next up I'll be building the fuselage. Okay, hull assembly time. First thing I'll do is I'll glue, hot glue, the EDF unit in place. It's optional, you can also keep it serviceable by not gluing in this hatch, but I've permanently glued this in. So I'll be hot gluing in the EDF unit first. I'll put a few beads in the hull over here. There and there. Alright, let's get that sucker in. Of course, press it in firmly and hold it in for a little while. Alright. That's nice and snug. Okay, and I'll secure the ESC with some double-sided tape. This is not your regular double-sided tape, it's industrial double-sided tape, so it won't be coming off anytime soon. And there we go. There, and I'll put this wire under here so it won't get caught in the glue and stuff. There we go. Okay. Okay, so this is the top half of the shell. As you can see, I've already dry fitted it. It fits nicely, and I've did a few modifications on this part of the shell. These lines over here, I hope you can see that, these lines, they are squared up originally. And these are the intake ports, so I didn't like that much. So this angle I chose is the same angle of the inlet in the wing. Here you've got one wing, and this is the inlet, and as you can see this has an angle, and I've set this angle to precisely match this angle. So I hope that'll help the flow of the air. Alright, I'll be gluing this on with partly CA glue and partly hot glue. And the reason for this is I'm using not your regular CA glue, but one that is curing a little slower. So with the hot glue it bonds quicker. So I won't be sitting here for an hour waiting on the curing. Alright, so let's first put this CA glue on. I'm making sure I put CA glue on every part that is going to be connected to the other part of the body. Of course. There you go. And I'll be putting a little hot glue on the fan unit and in the nose section. So here we go, little hot glue over here. And over here. There we go. And press everything in place. Okay, next up I'll be installing the servos. Alright, servo installation time. As you can see, the servos were black and I've put some metallic isolation tape on them, so they'll look nicer in the metallic wings. I never like a black servo in a colored wing. Alright, so of course I've centered all my servos. You should always do that. And I'll be using different control rods. These are thicker, and of course I've drilled out the holes that I'll be using. Alright, first thing I'll do is I'll glue in the servo. I'll use a little hot glue for that. There. It's mostly a friction fit, so there's not a lot of glue needed for this. And there we go. Slots right into place. Yeah. Okay, and as you can see, I'll have to use a servo extension wire. I'll do that off camera. That's not too interesting for you. Okay, and because I'll be using different control rods, I'll have to fit them to this plane. I'll just slot this through the control horn. And does this fit? Come on. Alright, that's a tight fit. Okay, next thing I'll do, I'll mark the place that I'll have to bend the control rod, and that's here. There we go. And I take out the control rod again. That's a tight fit. Okay, I'll take my Z bender. If you don't have these, you should get one. It's very convenient to make these kinds of bends. Okay, and there we go. There. See? Got a nice little Z bend in my control rod now. And I'll just clip off the part that I don't need. There. And put that in the servo horn. And hook up the clevis. There. Okay, for a few things to note. Durafly supplies 2 screws per control horn over here. They are too short though to fit through the thick part of the aileron or elevator. Right, so I also glued in the control horns. And well, that's it really. I'll be installing the rest of the servos off camera. You've seen how this works. And after that I'll be assembling the rest of the plane. Alright. Off camera I've done a few things. I've installed the rest of the servos. Here's one. There's one and there's one, and as you can see I've glued in one of the tail booms in the horizontal stabilizer. Next thing I'll do is glue on the wings to the airplane, and as you can see I've also got servo extensions, a bit long, but this way I can mount my receiver in the front of the plane. Alright, so let's get cracking. Oh yeah. I've also sanded down every surface that will be glued upon. Here and here, and inside the plane it's all scuffed up and cleaned with a paper towel. Alright, let's get some glue on this plane. You don't need kilos of glue, of course, but you will need to put glue on every edge. That will increase the strength of your airframe tremendously. There, and some glue on the inside. There we go. Now, don't forget to run your servo lead into the plane. That will bite you afterwards if you don't. Alright, you can reach into the plane and grab it and run it in. There you go. Now it's paramount that you slot the back side of the wing in first, otherwise it won't fit. And then press it in. There you go. Press it in all the way, and my servo leads come up, as you can see. There we go. Servo leads in all the way. It's a bit of a chore to get to your servo leads in well. especially on the other side where you have to run in through 2 leads. But it's doable, it's doable. There you go. Alright. Next thing I'll do is attach the other tail boom. There. Of course I need to put some glue on this as well. There. I really use a liberal amount of glue for this. I wouldn't want this to come off anytime soon. It's always wise to plan ahead in these things to see what the best strategy of putting the glue on is. Alright, press the notch at the front end and check if it's aligned with this tube on the bottom. There you go. And press it in. Okay, that's in securely. I'll glue in the other wing off camera and show you what I've got after that. There we go. Well, it's starting to look like a plane, as you can see, and a rather nice looking plane, I think. The fit is reasonable so far. I've got a little bit of space between the fuselage and the wing on this wing. Well, that's it so far. Okay, the last thing I need to glue on is this part of the tail that's still loose, as you can see, so I'll do that right now. Put some glue over here. Come on, there you go. And a bit in the slot, a bit on the outside, and a bit over here. There you go. And there. Okay. Alright. Strange enough, it's not super balanced. As you can see, it always falls to the right side. Well, mine does at least. Okay. Well, next thing I'll do is hook up the receiver and balance it out. And that's it, really. Watch out for my next videos of, well, maybe I'll do a pre-flight assessment of what I think of the plane, and of course I'll do a maiden flight. So watch out for that, and thanks for watching. Bye bye.